Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at cops reveal the most stupid criminal they have ever met. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Old roommate was/is a cop. He came home to tell me an ATM was robbed after hours for $15,240. The next day, the man who robbed the ATM deposited $15,240 into his personal account at the bank he robbed the night prior. What was going through his mind? The exact same amount of money and at the bank he robbed? This is basically robbing a place with a mask on and then coming in the next day with the same clothes on without the mask. Bro, what's going on in your mind? It's kind of good that he's done because he got caught. But dude, I'm a 911 dispatcher in Florida. Sometimes confused or drunk people knock on the wrong door or try to get into a house thinking it's theirs, but it isn't. It's an honest mistake, but the homeowner is rightfully very afraid, thinking they are about to be robbed or worse. Well, I had this kid, must have been in his early 20s, calling me going absolutely crazy that someone is trying to kill him and take his property. I send units code 3 to this guy, thinking it's a burglary in progress. Turns out the guy ordered a pizza and forgot about it. Scared the delivery guy half to death. How do you order pizza and forget about the pizza? How does that work, honestly? How do you order pizza? And then oh my gosh. Like, it's probably only been like, I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour or something, right? How do you forget about it? I feel so bad for the delivery guy. He's just delivering pizza and then the cops got caught on him. My mum's cousin was a bank robber. The time he got caught, he went into a bank, scoped the place out, left to go back to his bike. He put the mask on, robbed the bank. Police see the tape, see that bank robber was wearing same exact clothes as guy who left less than a minute before. And that was that. Seriously? This is the scenario that I described. What? So he went in the bank without a mask on first and he was just like seeing, okay, how do I rob this place? And then he goes out, goes on his bike and puts a mask on and comes back in after a minute. What the? What are they thinking, honestly? They're like, I'm totally not gonna get caught with this mask on. My ex stole a car and went to pick up his friend at the police station in stolen car. He parked right in front of a cop. The cop ran the place and escorted him into the building. Next day, he was on the news as the most stupid criminal in town. He just gave himself in. You know, he parked in front of a police station with a stolen car. Might as well just turn yourself in at that moment, right? Took a vehicle burglary report where the victim found a driver's license sitting on her driver's seat that the suspect must have left behind. They went to steal something, but they left the driver's license behind. The next day, I take a report at a church that was a couple of blocks away from the vehicle burglary. This guy stole the video cameras from the building. He must have thought the footage came with the camera, because when we checked the video, that was a high-definition close-up of the suspect's face as he removed the camera. Good evidence, sure, but I still don't know who the guy was. Until I looked at the license I collected the day prior and saw it was the same exact guy. Are you kidding me? I don't know why, but these are making me a bit mad because they're so dumb. Like, I don't know. It should make me happy because they got caught, but like, how? You know, he thinks removing the camera would get rid of the film. Every day I see a big black SUV with sheriff written on the side parked in the driveway across the street. I don't know if the guy is the sheriff or works for the sheriff, but one night I wake up to a dozen sirens outside. Turns out some idiot tried breaking into sheriff dude's house while he was home and his vehicle was right freaking there. Really? Really? Why would you try to break into someone's house when you can see the car there? You know what I mean? Like the car that has sheriff. Like, honestly, if I see a police car, I would not go near that. I would go far, 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 far away, you know? You know how people look at police and they feel like they did something wrong already and you already look suspicious even though you did nothing wrong? Yeah, why do we do that? But honestly, what the heck is he thinking? My dad is a cop and I remember that he called me one night and said that he wanted to tell me how glad he was that I'm not as stupid as the guy he arrested that night. An idiot high schooler was caught stealing alcohol after his fake ID was rejected. His fake ID said he was born in 2001. 3 years younger than he actually was. Poor guy couldn't work out why his ID didn't work. My dad recommended that he pay attention in math class. So, he's actually born in 1998, but he put his license as 2001. Why? Does he think the bigger the number, the older he is? I'm actually 2001 years old. Went to a job of 2 males attempting to break into a car. Job description said they had been at it for at least an hour. Got there and the car was theirs. They had apparently locked themselves out. Checks confirmed it did belong to one of the person's mum. On their person was stolen mail and heaps of phones and new stuff in boxes in the car, so they got arrested for theft anyway. Ended up that the driver's door they had been trying to break into was the only locked door out of the 4. Was unlocked everywhere else the whole time they were there. Oh my god. How many people were there? 2? What? Hold on a second. There was 2 people, but the 2 people tried to open the same door. Like, they were trying to open the same door. I mean, I feel like for normal people, one person would try to open the driver's door and the other person would try to open the passenger's door, right? They were trying to open the same door. That's so funny though. Like, people thought they were trying to break into a car, but that was their car. And it was actually a coincidence that they got caught for theft because they were actually stealing, but not for attempting to break into anyone's car. What is this? Teen gets fired from restaurant, returns to rob same restaurant that night. They refuse to give him money from register, so he grabs charity coin box, and then he leaves on a bicycle. I go to find him and see coins scattered about. Follow trail of same, which leads me to him hiding in bushes at a church. Bicycle was leaning up against the bush he was in. I love how he just tried to rob the restaurant with like nothing. I mean, we don't know because they don't say whether he used anything to threaten the employees, right? But I'm assuming he didn't because the employees were just like, no, you're not getting any money from the register. What a waste of time, honestly. He probably lost all that money that he dropped. I went to a domestic violence call where the woman claimed her husband hit her. When I asked how it happened, she told me he couldn't provide the kind of life she wanted him to give her. She stated since he had a heart attack and got lupus, he wasn't working, so she decided she should start inviting some friends over to have sex with her for money. Mind you, she's telling me, a fully uniformed officer, all of this. She says he should act as the person who handles the money for her. She then calls someone to come over and tells her husband that after she gets paid for the sex, he should hold the guy at knife point and take the rest of his money. She said he refused to help her with this, so they got into an argument. He pushed past her to get out of the apartment. She claimed that was the assault she called me for. That was a long story. Wow, so she just confessed that she's the criminal herself. What's going on? I asked her if she understood she just admitted to planning a felony crime. She looked shocked that planning a prostitution and robbery was wrong at all, and did not get why I wasn't arresting her husband for trying to remove himself from her stupid plan to get them both arrested. Smart guy, honestly. She doesn't know that robbing someone is a crime. Where has she been living? My buddy is a cop and told me about this one kid in particular he dealt with for years. No cleverness to him. Numerous times he walked into his neighbor's garage in broad daylight and just stole his bike. Constantly stole from stores in plain view. Even the occasional minor assault or burglary. He always got caught. Like, had never gotten away with any of his hundreds of crimes, but because he was a minor, there were never any real repercussions. A few days before he turned 18, my friend and another officer went to his house to basically remind him that if he does anything after that, he will face real punishment as an adult and he'll get 0 breaks. Like a last-ditch effort to be helpful. 2 days after his 18th birthday, he's caught committing robbery. Pretty sure he's doing a few decades behind bars. Oh my gosh, people just don't learn, eh? Some people don't learn. So I get a call a couple years ago to a lady who's saying she's being threatened. I respond to a very rural area and she shows me her cell phone and it is a chainmail text from an unknown number. The message showed a picture of a girl and she's looking at the camera and holding a sign with both hands that said help. The text of the message stated she was in Amsterdam and she didn't forward the text to 10 people, and look what happened to her. Oh, I honestly hate chainmails. As a kid, I was so scared of them, honestly. Why do they have to be scary? How dare you send me a chainmail? You know, like people are scared for their life, so they want to get you involved to save themselves. How dare they? I explained to the lady that it was a hoax and explained what a chainmail message was. She refused to believe me and became argumentative. When I offered to contact Interpol for her, she did not know what that was. That wasn't good enough, and she just kept saying that girl needed help. I asked her if she knew the girl, and she said no, and she believed the girl tried to send her the message using any made-up numbers she could instead of contacting anybody she knew. The fact that she thought of this is just funny, because if you were really in trouble, you would just call 911 or like call the police, you know. That's like the shortest number ever. Really? My reasoning was once again shot down, and she said again that girl needed her help. I remember driving away and the lady screaming at me that I needed to help that girl. I responded with a single no. As I sped away. That's hilarious. Help that girl. No. So I'm sitting in the station doing paperwork. I'm looking out the window, and a few yards away is a bus stop. A young lad is smashing the glass of the bus stop as a way of showing off to a couple of girls. So I sigh, walk about 20 yards over to him and arrest him. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!